At FINRA, our mission is investor protection and market integrity. In this Day Inside FINRA series, we show you how FINRA employees carry out our mission. Here, we head to our Rockville, Maryland office, where we meet FINRA Market Operations Manager, Kwame.
Good morning, my name is Kwame. Welcome to Capitol Hill neighborhood, Washington, D.C. Join me as I take you to my day in transparency services. Every morning I try and leave the house around 7 o'clock, and then if it's a nice day out, I will walk from my house to Union Station, which is about a mile walk. And then from Union Station I get on the Red Line Metro, and that takes me to Shady Grove. And then from Shady Grove I take a FINRA shuttle that runs every 15 minutes to the Rockville office. When I get to the office, I try and check my email, just casually look at it and see if there's anything that I need to respond to right away.
Kwame runs a team that helps provide transparency in the securities markets.
I'm the manager for the corporate actions team, and my section primarily announces corporate actions for OTC companies. In order for that information to be disseminated to the marketplace, we have to be notified timely. First of all, we have to perform a due diligence review, and if we don't have any concerns with the action that the company intends to do, we would then make the announcement into the marketplace so that investors, regulators, market participants basically have that information on a uniform basis. Unfortunately, in the OTC marketplace, there's a lot of fraud activities that go on, and sometimes people use different schemes to perpetrate fraud in the OTC market. So our role is to really make sure that when a company declares a certain corporate action, whether it's a name change or reverse split, that first of all, they have the proper authorization to do so, and they have the documentation to support that corporate action.
Kwame brings an extensive education to his work at FINRA.
My father came here and decided to bring myself and my siblings here to continue our education. I'm originally from Ghana. I came here after high school, and I went to the University of Minnesota to study economics. And it was quite a change because obviously Minnesota is very cold and Ghana is not. After my undergraduate degree, I actually worked for a national bank in Minneapolis. I moved to the DC area about 12 years ago. I studied applied economics and finance at Johns Hopkins. I was doing graduate studies part-time, and I figured, I can work and make some money. So I found a position with FINRA at the call center. And I worked in the call center for about 11 months. And subsequent to that, I moved to the market regulation. I was an analyst for over-the-counter compliance unit. I did that for about 4 years, and then after that, I moved to transparency services as an analyst as well. And then I progressively, moved up to a team lead position, and now I'm a manager for corporate actions, our corporate actions unit.
Kwame may be busy, but he knows taking time to have some fun can make him even better at his job.
Today, around noon, I'll go out and play soccer for about 30-45 minutes. I played soccer in college, and I try and play as much as I possibly can. Luckily for me, there's a group of guys here that play just an activity to do something outside the office, meet some of the guys that I haven't seen or talked to during the week, and just play soccer. After that, I just have to go through my daily routine of looking at cases, corporate actions, cases that are open, how those cases are moving forward. I will talk to my colleagues and just go over cases that needs to be addressed. And then after that, have a meeting with my supervisor around 2 o'clock. Since I've been here, there are at least 3 or 4 Ghanaians that I didn't know before I started working here, obviously. So one of the things I try and do throughout the week is maybe set up a quick meeting with some of my Ghanaian friends and just go and talk to them about stuff that's going on in Ghana. There are all kinds of different things that Ghanaians will do, and one of the things is to show affection with your close friends and close family members. After each discussion or when people are, leaving, we'll do a handshake and then we'll kind of snap our fingers concurrently.
Kwame stays connected with his team thanks to a work environment tailored to their needs.
I love the people that I work with. The operations portion of transparency services, as you can see, it's an open environment, and our work kind of overlaps a little bit. I can just yell across the room and say, what's going on with this symbol? I love the fact that people here are always thinking about different ways to make markets more transparent.
And like many at FINRA, Kwame is motivated by its role of leveling the playing field for investors.
I truly bought into the FINRA mission, which is investor protection, market integrity. And if we do our job very well, the impact that it has for retail investors, for market participants, I think the role we have is very unique in the sense that we can make sure that investors and participants are treated equally. The work we do has a direct impact. We know that there is fraud in the OTC marketplace. We know that bad actors use worthless companies or companies that are dormant to perpetrate fraud. and the work that I do allows us to prevent that from happening. So after my 4 o'clock meeting, what I'll do is come back to my desk. I check to make sure any security that was moving from the listed market to the OTC market, or vice versa, that was done correctly. And I try and catch the 5 o'clock shuttle from Rockville to Shady Grove Metro. All right, thanks for spending your day with me. I hope you learned a lot about transparency services. Now I'm gonna head back home and play with my kids.
And so Kwame heads home, but he'll be back tomorrow helping FINRA keep the markets transparent.